If you are looking for some 3-ingredient meals that are easy, healthy recipes, then watch this video because I'm sharing 3 delicious recipes that only need 3 ingredients. And if you'd like to subscribe, we make lots of delicious, healthy recipes on this channel, so feel free to hit that red button and also turn on your notifications so that you know every single time I post a new healthy recipe. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first 3-ingredient recipe we are making are squash boats. These are super easy to make and are perfect even for a meal prep. So I'm starting off by cutting a spaghetti squash, which can be difficult to cut. I find if you really put your weight on top of it, it helps it really cut faster and easier. Spaghetti squash is great because it is loaded with antioxidants. It's high in vitamin A, which is great for your eye health, your immune health, and it's also good for those of you who are doing a more low carb option, who are staying away from grains and gluten and all that, because it does make a really nice spaghetti. So you cut it in half, scoop out all of the seeds on the inside, and then we are going to be baking this at 425 for about 30-40 minutes until it's soft. So this is definitely something that you can prep beforehand so that it's ready to go when you come home, or if you have time the night of, that's great too. Then in a pan, either while they're cooking or when you get home, I'm adding in some grass-fed beef. It's important to use grass-fed, grass-finished beef. Not only does it have more like CLA and good things in it for you, but you really end up consuming what the animal consumes. So if you can make this choice, this is better. If you want to swap this out for a ground chicken or a ground turkey, or if you're vegan, your favorite ground meat substitute, that will also work here too. So whichever one is your favorite, you can go ahead and swap that in. And then the third ingredient we are using is tomato sauce. Tomato sauce is one of my favorite things to buy, like pre-prepped, because it's so easy. I look for one that doesn't have any sugar added and is made with olive oil. You can definitely find them at your grocery store. You just have to be cautious of the ingredients. So you add that to the ground meat once that is browned, and then just go through it until it's nice and heated up. And the great thing about tomato sauce is that the lycopene in tomatoes is actually better absorbed when it's warm as opposed to when it is raw. So once your spaghetti squash is ready, just use a fork to make your spaghetti strands. And like I said, you can definitely prep this ahead of time if you'd like. So go ahead and do that to both halves or as many as you're cooking for your meal. And then you can go ahead and scoop your meat sauce mixture into the center of them. And this is definitely like a spaghetti and meat sauce type vibe for this 3-ingredient meal. And if you wanted to add a bonus 4th ingredient, you could always add some dairy-free cheese on the top. But this 3-ingredient meal is so easy to make, super delicious, satisfying, comforting, full of great things for you, and is also really filling too. So it makes for a really great either weeknight or weekend meal. The next 3-ingredient recipe we are making for dinner is this chicken stir fry. So one of my favorite hacks is to buy the blend of veggies at the grocery store that already has a bunch of things that are ready and chopped for you. They have a bunch of different styles. I find sometimes, they have an Asian style or a normal style. So this way you don't need to spend time like chopping 5 different things. It's all ready for you in one bag. You put that in a pan with some coconut aminos. Coconut aminos adds so many great flavor, but not only that, it's rich in inositol, which helps to balance hormones. It's fermented, so it's good for your gut health. And then I like to add in whatever leftover protein I have. So you can do chicken, you can do ground beef, you can do tofu, any of that. Or if your chicken is not yet cooked, you just add that for 5 to 7 minutes before the vegetables with the coconut aminos, and then add in the vegetables. And this is a really quick, easy meal, especially to do with leftover protein. You throw in leftover protein, a little bit of coconut aminos, a bag of veggies, and you have this really quick meal that, especially if you're using leftover protein, honestly took less than 5 minutes to make, but tastes super delicious. I love easy recipes like this that are just 3 ingredients. You can make them really quick for dinner, for a meal, or any kind of thing that you need during the week. And then you can also use leftovers for lunch. So if you do a big batch of this, it can be used as a lunch the next day. And then the 3-ingredient recipe for dinner we are making is this everything bagel salmon, which is so delicious. So I'm starting off by taking the ends off of the asparagus, which are usually tougher. So you're going to want to trim your asparagus when you get it. Asparagus is great because it's loaded with chromium, which really helps to keep your blood sugar stable. It's also rich in folate, which supports your mood, rich in vitamin K, which support your bones. adding in some salmon. Salmon is really good to incorporate into your diet at least one time per week, just for the healthy fats and the omega-3s, vitamin D, especially in the wintertime, we're not getting as much vitamin D. And then of course the star of the show is the everything bagel seasoning. So if you guys are familiar with this, it just tastes so delicious, and it makes for a really great seasoning on top of your salmon and your asparagus. You pop that in the oven for 12 minutes at 450, and it makes such a quick, easy, delicious meal. You only need a few ingredients, and you got the wonderful healthy fats of the salmon, the B vitamins, the asparagus, so much nutrition in a plate, and it's only 3 ingredients. So this is definitely one of my favorite meals. I actually had it twice this week already. So now you have some 3 ingredient meals that are not only healthy, but easy to make and super delicious. If you enjoy healthy recipes, feel free to subscribe to the channel. I'd love to have you guys here and to share more delicious healthy recipes with you. And I am going to leave my healthy recipes playlist right here so you can get lots more healthy recipes from me, all super easy and delicious, because who wants to eat food that isn't delicious, but it can also be really good for you, which is my favorite part. So check out that playlist if you're looking for more recipes. I hope you guys are all having a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.